Hello everyone and welcome to another lesson. Today we are going to talk about Python file path. What is a file path in Python? You can say files don't just exist, they have addresses. For example, every file and folder in your computer, they have addresses. Okay. Every file on your computer lives at a specific location, and paths are the direction we use to find them. Okay. In Python, understanding how to work with file path is essential for reading, writing, and managing files effectively. What does that mean? Every files in your computer, they are saved or located at a specific location. For example, this file in this folder has a specific location. So what is the location of this file? As you can see, this is drive C, and inside drive C we have users, then we have Amino, OneDrive, desktop, and Nouveau Dossier. This is the folder name, and inside this folder we have this file. When you're working with a file in a Python, you have to understand the file path. Okay, so this is how file paths means in a Python. Files are organized in hierarchy. Hierarchy means that we have, for example, in this case, if you are a Linux user, you have a root, and then you have users, and users you can see we have Angela, then we have desktop, and we have document. These are the path, and these are the location that you can find your file. And also, for example, if you want to work with this file report.doc, so you have to come to this path. So this is very important, and we can say that your files are organized in hierarchy. We have absolute file path. What is absolute file path? When you use complete address to find your file. This is called absolute file path. We say an absolute file path starts from the root directory and provides the full route to your file. Okay. In this case, if I want to work with this file, which is located in desktop, as I have already showed it you can see this is the file that I want to work with in my Python IDE. First of all, let me open my IDE. As I said, every file in your computer, they have a specific location. So my Python file is in this location. So where is this location? Let me show you. You can see I am right now in drive D. Then I open my root. Then I have first batch. In this I have a code, and you can see I have different folders, and inside this folder I have this file, Python file. So my Python file is in this location, and I want to work with this file, which is in my desktop. So how can I find this file using my Python IDE? So there is many ways. First, you have to, the only and easiest ways, you come and copy this path, this location. So you write your code. For example, you use the functions that you can read. So you paste that, and you write name of the file, in this case file.txt. as, for example, file, it should be stored inside this variable. Right now, if I want to read this file, you use read function, right? Once you read, you have to store its content inside a variable which is called content or whatever, for example, message, whatever you want to name that. Now you have to print that, okay, message, the content of message. I received an error, syntax error, Unicode skeleton decode byte. Oh, I made a mistake. When you are working in Windows, you have to use double backward slash. Otherwise, Python ignore that. Okay, now if I want to run my code again, you can see I can see the content of the file. Hello dear students. This is another file. Now it should be showing this content. You can see this is the content. If I want to make some changes, for example, hello dear students, Python is amazing programming language. Now if I want to read the content of this file, I run my code again. You can see, hello dear students, Python is amazing programming language. As you guess, in this case we used absolute file path. Absolute file path when you use complete address. In this case, this is the complete address that I can use to access this file, which is located inside this folder or directory. Okay. Now we have relative file path. Relative file path, what does that mean? When you don't use the complete address. For example, you have a file, you're working with file which is located on the current location as your Python code, or you have, for example, child folder. You can use this dot plus forward slash notation if you want to work with file which are located in the parent location. So you can use this dot and forward slash notation. So let me show you what I mean by that. As you can see right now, I am in this location. First batch, then code. Okay, now I want to work with file which is located in this location. For example, you can see right now in this location, cd my file. I'm in this location right now, you can see. So what I'm trying to do, I want to create a file at the same location of my Python. You can see right now I don't have any file. So what I'm trying to do, I want to move this file in this location. Now you can see I have these files at the same location of my Python code. So how can I do that? I want to read that. When your code and your files are located at the same location, you do not need to specify the path. Okay? So you can simply write the name of the file, for example, my file.txt. Now if I want to, you can see hello students, Python is amazing. I have to display this message. You can see, hello students, Python is amazing, and yes. So when you are at the same location, you do not need to specify. If you want to specify this slash and dot and slash forward slash notation indicates that you are using relative file path. You can see if I use that, I see the same result. Okay, so there are some cases, there are some scenarios that you want to access files which are located in the child directory. Okay, this is the child directory. Now, how can you access that? You can see file not found error. Now you have to specify the name of the directory, in this case child. Now it should be working fine because you are using relative file path. You can see. So this is how you use relative file path when your files are located in child directory. However, there are some cases, for example, your files are located in parent directory. How can you do that? So my files are located in this location and my Python file code is in this location. So how can you access that? You use this dot dot forward slash notation. Okay, dot dot forward slash notation. Now it should be working fine. You can see, hello students, Python is amazing. Okay, very nice. This is how you can use relative file path and absolute file path to work with Python and Python files. Okay, this is very important. So as I said, you can navigate through your directories and how you navigate forward and how you navigate backward and how to, for example, create a new folder and how to create a file using command line. You have to understand that. So now I'm using in this location, you use this command pwd. Pwd means parent present working directory. It shows the current location that you're working right now. As you can see, you are in this location. Okay, now if you want to go in this location in the child directory, how you go to that location? You use cd. Cd means change directory, then you specify the name of the folder. Now you can see I am at this location. So this is very handy command if you want to check or verify the content of this folder. You simply write ls. ls means list. As you can see, I have nothing inside this directory. If I go there, you can see I have nothing in this directory. Okay, so now if you want to come back to your previous location, in this location, my file, so you simply write cd dot dot. Now you're inside this location, pwd. You can see I am in this location. Okay, if you want to move backward again to code, you can see now I am in this location. I am inside drive D, then mau'ud, first batch, and code. So if you want to list or if you want to understand the content or all files and folders is stored inside this directory or folder, you can see ls. Inside this folder I have mau'ud first batch, mau'ud second batch, and then I have my file. I have these files. Now let's go back and see. You can see my patch. you can see it has the same content. For example, موعد first batch, موعد first batch, موعد second batch, my file. You can see this is directory or folder, and this is I have my file.txt, this is my file.txt. Okay, this is very handy. If you want to create a new folder using command line, you can simply write mkdir, for example, Amin. Now if I want to check, you can see Amin has been added. You can see Amin has been added. Now if you want to remove that, remove directory Amin. Now Amin has been removed. You can see Amin has been removed. So these are Linux commands that you have to master and you have to understand them, because this is very useful when you're working in Linux environment. And yes, for example, yes, we worked with absolute file path, and we also understood and worked with relative file path. I also described how to discover file path, and there are many ways, in fact. And if you want to understand the location of this, you can simply right click. You can see you have properties, and there's the path, the location. Okay. Now you copy this, and if you want to work with files inside this directory, you simply paste here. As I said, in Windows you have to write // otherwise it's not working. Now inside this, as you can see, we have a file which is called file.txt. If you want to work with that, you simply write the file name txt. Now if I want to search file or directory, now it should be working fine. Search file or directory, it should be working fine. Yes, this is the file, and this is Novodossier. Yes, I missed Novodossier because, as you can see, my file is inside this folder. This is the folder, and as you can see, my file is in this folder. I missed to write the folder name. Now you put that, and it should be working fine now. You can see. So this is how you work with file, and it is very important to understand. Okay, I have explained all of this. You can do it yourself. Okay, to summarize, as I said, file system and folders, they have addresses and location. If you want to find the exact location, you right click, or you can simply, if you are using Linux, you simply write pwd, present working directory. You can see, you see the file path, you copy that and you put it here. We also described the two types of path: absolute file path, which is a complete address, and relative file path, describe the location based on your current working directory. Okay, You use, for example, these to reference the current folder and these to navigate up to directory tree. So thank you very much. Have a good day.